Hi class. So we're looking at simplifying algebraic terms using multiplication and division. Now this simplification is a little bit different from when you're collecting like terms for addition and subtraction, so please be watching carefully. Now here the first one says simplify this expression, so it's 6a times 3. Now we know what the 6a means. It means 6 times a, and then we've got a times 3 here. So the easiest way to simplify your expression here is just to go, all right, we're just going to work with the numerical values first. So let's work with the 6 and the 3. And with this, we can just times them straight across. So what this is going to look like is that 6 times 3 is 18. And then you're timesing your letter value here, which is just an a. So it will just become 18a. And that's it. And it's as simple as that. So you just times it straight across. You times your numerical values first, and then you times your representational variables next. So the a in this case is the only one we've got. So for this next one, we've got 5a times negative 2c. Now that's important, the negative 2c, times b times 3. So the way we want to go about this one here is that we've got, all right, 5a times negative 2c. So we want to get our values first, the numerical values. So we got 5. Now we're going to grab the negative 2c here, so it's always important to get the sign in front. Now we know that with the 5 it's just going to be a positive 5. However, we've got a negative in front of the 2 here, so it's going to be negative 2 times b times 3. Now the thing with b is that b is a representation of 1. There's one b here, but we don't write 1 because we know that it's just a b. So when we multiply with the number 1, it doesn't change the equation at all, so we don't actually need to include it on this one. So doing that, we're going to end up with, okay, so we just times it straight across, 5 times negative 2. So 5 times 2 first is 10. And then we've got times 3. So 10 times 3 will be, so let's change this. 10 times 3 is 30. Now, the important thing here is I just worked out the numerical value first. However, we've got a positive times a negative, which a positive times a negative is a negative. So remember the rule, if you love to hate, you hate. So it was a negative. Now we've got a negative between these two answers, then we're timesing it by a positive 3. So it becomes a negative times a positive again. So it's still hate times love. If you love to hate, then you hate. So still another hate, which means it's a negative. So you got negative 30. Now the easy way to know is that if you've got an odd number of negative signs, then you know the answer is going to be negative. If there's an even number of negative signs or 0 negative signs, then it's going to be a positive. That's just a little trick. Now the next part to this here is that we've got now we're timesing this by an A, C, and a B, and there's no variables over here. So all we need to do with that is that it's the same thing here, because it's 5 times A times the C and then the times the B, it just becomes negative 30. You just put all the variables back in, so it becomes A, I'm just going to go alphabetical order, B and C. This way here would be A, C, B, but this still means the same thing. It doesn't matter what way around you got your letters. They could be C, B, A, B, A, C. It still means the same thing because it's all timesing each other. It's like saying here, as a quick example, 2 times 3 is the same, which equals 6. Will give you the same result as 3 times 2. Still gives you an answer of 6. So when you've got a C, which represents A times C, is the exact same as C times A. Cool, hope that one's helped you out. So that's just with multiplication. Please watch the next video, which will be on the division of, simplifying through division.